It was a quiet October evening when Emma decided to take a shortcut through the old cemetery on her way home. The sun had just dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the weathered gravestones. She had walked this path dozens of times before, but tonight felt different. The air was unnaturally still, and the usual chirping of crickets was absent. As she walked, Emma noticed a faint glow emanating from one of the older sections of the cemetery. Curiosity got the better of her, and she veered off the path to investigate. The glow came from a mausoleum, its iron gate slightly ajar. The name on the mausoleum was faded, but she could just make out the words, Hawthorne family. Against her better judgment, Emma pushed the gate open and stepped inside. The air was cold and the faint smell of damp earth filled her nostrils. The glow came from a single candle sitting on a stone pedestal in the center of the room. Its flame flickered unnaturally, as if caught in an invisible breeze. As her eyes adjusted to the dim light, Emma noticed something etched into the wall behind the pedestal. It was a series of symbols, unlike anything she had ever seen. They seemed to pulse faintly in time with the candle's flicker. She reached out to touch them, but as soon as her fingers made contact, the candle went out, plunging the mausoleum into darkness. Emma fumbled for her phone, using its flashlight to illuminate the room. The symbols on the wall were gone, replaced by deep scratches that looked fresh. A low, guttural growl echoed through the chamber, sending a chill down her spine. She turned to leave, but the iron gate slammed shut with a deafening clang. Panic set in as she realized she was trapped. The growl grew louder, and she could hear the sound of something moving in the shadows. Her phone's flashlight flickered, then died, leaving her in complete darkness. She backed against the wall, her breath coming in short, panicked gasps. Suddenly, she felt something cold and wet brush against her arm. She screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the oppressive darkness. The thing in the shadows whispered her name, its voice a mixture of malice and hunger. Emma closed her eyes, praying for it to be a nightmare, but the cold grip on her arm told her otherwise. When she opened her eyes, she was outside the mausoleum, the iron gate securely locked. The cemetery was silent once more, and the candle's glow was gone. Relieved, Emma ran home, vowing never to take the shortcut again. The next morning, she woke to find deep scratches on her arm, exactly where the cold grip had been. The symbols from the mausoleum were etched into her bedroom wall, pulsing faintly in the morning light. And no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't erase them. To this day, Emma avoids the cemetery, but sometimes in the dead of night, she hears the growl and feels the cold grip on her arm, a reminder that whatever she encountered that night is still with her.